Spot on. Here we are. We aren't lady parts, but
No.
a couple of bell ends.
I'm not Betty.
Let me tell you. I was quite happy with my little joke.
Yeah, no, we are the worst kind of boy parts.
Well, you know, I think there's worse. There's worse men on the internet than us. I would venture.
I mean, yeah, I reckon. And they all made Entourage.
And one of them's Andrew Tate, so can't be that bad.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, we're not the worst.
No. Although I have already offended you, because I really fancied a little whiskey and coke this evening, and what I would normally use for that is something like Hate Club or Jack Daniels or a bourbon or, you know, something like that. What I've used, because I don't have any of the cheaper whiskies, is a very nice Glenlivet, which I've mixed with Coke Zero, and you are, let's be fair, fuming.
I very nearly just hung up.
Oh fuck, I wish you had.
It wasn't even the fact, it was the fact that you were like, I'm going to do something that's going to make you hate me, and I was like, Scotch and Coke, and
You guessed immediately what it was.
It's because very few things annoy me in the same way that you do. I mean, the things you drink do.
Thanks. It's like that time what was it I was drinking? At Jack's, when we got very, very drunk and mucked about with the fridge and the eggs. I was drinking Glenfiddich and Coke, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah.
That was bad.
That's also abhorrent.
That was naughty. Yeah, speaking of naughty things, punk rock, that's naughty as fuck, isn't it?
Is it?
Well, I mean...
Or is it just a big show?
Well...
Shall we dissect punk rock?
Let's do that through the prism of 4 teenage girls. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I think they're teenagers, aren't they? Actually, I'm not sure what... No, they're not, are they? They're not at school, because they've all got
they're
jobs
in their
and shit.
20s. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm finding really difficult in my old age? So I'm 30 years old now.
Identifying how old people are?
Yes, I'm really
Yeah.
bad at deciding if I'm the same age. And it works both ways. Like, if trying to work out if somebody's older than me or younger than me, for some reason, right now, is really difficult. So,
The thing that I have a hard time with is, you know, when you're in a pub and then some youths walk in, I have a really hard time believing that they're old enough to be there, because I
Yeah.
still don't fully believe that I'm old enough to be in a pub, and I'm 32.
God, 32. Fuck, that's old.
I
isn't it?
know.
Oh, well.
I know. Anytime I go to the shop now, apart from that one time 3 years ago, I've never not been served alcohol. But that
That's
was in the
very
run up to
true.
my 30th birthday, and that was the best birthday present I could ever have received. Like, no, you can't have the cider because I don't believe you're old enough. I was like, thank you.
I'll take that as a compliment and walk out not having spent any money or walked away with the goods and services I require, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah. But now they just push the visibly over 25, and I'm like, oh, you bitch.
Yeah, let's get started with We Are Lady Parts then, because I've been, ever since I saw a trailer for this, I've been looking forward to the day where we talk about it on this show, because it looks fucking brilliant. And let me tell you, I enjoyed this enormously. I really, really like the show.
So did I. It was really good. I didn't know what I was going to think of it, because I'm pretty sure this was recommended to me by someone at work.
Oh, yeah.
And
Is this the same
sometimes-
person who recommended that other show to us where I decided that they must be a heavy cocaine user?
I can't remember what
You,
show
work,
that
you
was.
work with a lot of crackheads. That's what we're taking from your silence.
No, but I think sometimes the recommendations are bang on, and sometimes they're Star Trek. So
Sometimes they're Firefly.
no,
We are
Firefly.
definitely right about Nathan Fillion. We are definitely right. Let's make that clear one more time.
One day the news will break, and everyone will be like, "Oh shit, they were right about
Oh
Nathan
god.
Fillion."
Oh my god. Imagine if he ends up being U-Trade.
Oh, I don't think it'll be U-Trade. I think it'll just be, you know, he's done something a bit weird.
What, like, are we talking sort of Army Hammer style weird, like pretending to, like, well, maybe not pretending, but having some sort of cannibalistic?
No, it'll just be a Scientologist or something.
Oh yeah.
You know, like
Oh, this
tame
is-
weird, but not like, but the sort of thing that makes you go, I don't respect you.
Yeah, I'm glad that we've been very, very sensitive about one religion, and that we're about to start talking about people of a different faith, showing that we can be respectful when required.
Yeah, Scientology barely counts. Yeah, so we are lady parts. Punk music.
Yeah.
Punk isn't a thing that I'm super into.
Well, I think it was sort of.
But I don't think that's important.
No, that's entirely it. I think what the important part to take from it is that it's about some people who are sort of establishing a counterculture, but also like I don't know where to start with how much I enjoyed this. Like, it's just brilliant. Like, I'm really looking forward to it. Like, it feels tonally, I suppose you could say, it feels quite similar to like something like Derry Girls, or even the In-Betweeners, I suppose. Like, despite the difference in age of the characters.
Yeah, well, I think the actors are probably about the same age.
Yeah, so we should probably describe what We Are Lady Parts are. So, We Are Lady Parts is the name of the band, which is formed. It's a punk rock band formed entirely of young Muslim women, and it's I really struggle to say anything other than I just really fucking like this.
But that's the thing. I think it's something that we've always found when there's a show that we like.
That's all we do is we go, it's brilliant.
We just sort of go, yeah, we like it. Like, do you remember? I think we spent an hour just being like, fucking Him and Her's great, and talking about nothing about the pilot, just about all of the other episodes, and we were like, do you remember when they did that? Oh, that was brilliant. And this, I feel like could enter that same sort of rotation.
Highlights. Let's do that. Let's go through some highlights. So, highlights of the show. I really enjoyed the first time we see We Are Lady Parts performing, and they are performing a song which is called "No One's Gonna Honor Kill My Sister But Me." It's fucking brilliant. Because it's so clearly that song is such an amazing microcosm of, like, you know, young bands starting out. Oh, we want to be a punk band and we want to like smash the system and all that sort of thing. What do we have to rail against? Oh, my sister's pissed me off because she's borrowed my shoes and used my makeup and stuff. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to seeing how Amina fits into the group, because she doesn't strike me as particularly punk.
No, so that is the interesting part, is that her sort of guitar playing, it's very, very technical, but it is quite sort of classical. So when they decide, we want a lead guitarist. I can't remember which character it is, but it jumps up and goes, you can't have a lead guitarist in a punk band, because that is literally is one of the things against punk, is the idea of punk is that you have a very basic understanding on very cheap instruments and that sort of thing. So you don't have, your Slashes doing a solo for 15 minutes in the middle of a concert or whatever.
Yeah, but I think they raise some very good points. They argue bands, and then it's just a sounding off of like who's good 3 pieces, who's good 4 pieces. And I was there like, Blood Red Shoes and White Stripes got by with 2.
That's very true. And
I haven't considered losing a component.
Up until recent events, I probably would have said, Royal Blood, but they've shown themselves to be, a pair of pricks. So I was trying to figure out where I recognised Anjana Vasan from, and it turns out that she's in Killing Eve, and it was really bugging me because I was watching, I 100% have seen you in something previously, and I could not place where it was, and I've only just discovered that that she's in Killing Eve, and she plays as sort of like a protege assassin. Do you remember? Have you seen all of Killing Eve?
If by all you mean the first 2 episodes,
Okay.
then yes.
Basically, well, my advice to you for Killing Eve is don't go beyond the end of series 1, because it's just the first series is brilliant, and then the rest it gets worse and worse and worse. Which is a
I'm
real
just looking
shame.
at her. She was in Far From Home as well as a reporter, and
I don't remember
Sex
that
Education, she
film.
was
That
in that?
particular. Was she in Sex Education? Who was she in Sex Education?
abortion clinic protester.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah. When Maeve goes down there and Otis like has a chat with them, and she's arguing with her boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember season 1 of Sex Education.
Oh, give it a rewatch. It's worth it. Hey, we've got that starting again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Well,
not to
by the
date
time this comes out, it will have started.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Do you remember that a couple of months ago?
Oh yeah, I can't believe that they killed everyone at the end. I had the nuke going off Oppenheimer-esque.
Did you have a particular favourite member of the band of We Are Lady Parts? I mean, we don't spend a lot of time with them in this episode, but we do get a good like introduction to each one. It's like that voiceover sort of. This is such and such, and this is such and such.
I don't think I had a particular favourite for now, but once I finished it, I'm sure I will.
I was really quite drawn to Abysma to start with, the bassist in the band, where she seems very, very cool and calm and tranquil, and she just screams at that guy for no reason. I'm a big fan of that. I really, really, really enjoyed this, and I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's hard to
carry
really
watching
like
it.
pin like a moment or real reason to really like. I think, but based on the fact that I think you like this, I think you'd actually quite like what was it called, Miss Marvel, because it's a very similar vibe.
Would I though? Because like,
Apart from the fact that you're done with Marvel,
yeah, that's the thing.
like,
but
but
I'm
it's the
quite
same
happy
thing
with
with
that.
a lot of shows where you go, if you take out the like Marvel bit or the Star Wars bit, and it's a very funny similar vibe to this. It's a bit different because it's in the States, but apart from that and all the Marvel stuff, I think you'd like it. But no, it's also nice to have like, it's British sitcoms doing what British sitcoms do best, which is being better than American ones.
I don't really know what you'd compare this to in terms of an American sitcom, because there's like I think what it does really well is it balances this whole, they have this punk ethos, but then they have like really wholesome community moments, like the charity fundraiser and stuff. Like they're doing a big show to help I think it's is it Syrian refugees that they're helping in the charity show. So it feels like there's this big world they're rebelling against, but actually, you know, they're quite concerned with things that are affecting the local community. Plus you have the whole the sort of side plot, which I imagine is going to develop with between Amina like looking for a husband and feeling the pressure to find somebody from her parents, which her parents as well. So funny.
Brilliant.
So funny. The mum's just ripping the piss out of him. Like, oh, no offence. He goes, yeah, none taken. And she said something really horrible about him.
Yeah, but that's what marriage should be. Not that I'll ever know, but that's what it should be.
Yeah, bullying each other until one of you dies. That's what it is. That's what
Yeah.
you dream of.
The trouble is that's how I start, and that's why it never works out.
Yeah, you got to start small with your bullying. You can't go straight in with the hit you with
Eat glass.
Yeah, I fucking love this show. I can't wait to watch more of it.
Yeah, and like 30-minute episodes. We like.
Yeah, definitely. It's only got the one series, which makes me wonder, like.
Series 2's coming apparently.
Oh, it is. Okay, well that is good news, because
One of the first things I checked after I finished the first episode was, is there a season 2? Because I like this already, and 6 episodes 7 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
A number of episodes is not enough. I must know that there's more coming.
Yeah, I am pleased about that. It's going to be just thinking about like future series of stuff going ahead. It's going to be interesting, like when we start to really see the impact of like the SAG-AFTRA strikes.
Yeah,
because do you remember there was that bit when
initially,
TV went shite in 2008?
Yeah, well now, seeing as the actors are on strike as well, we're not going to get any TV. Because unless it's just the extras milling about and there are just holes where there should be actors. But that's going to be some really shit films. But the thing, I think it might not affect British TV. Because we don't have the same... Is it the same, all the same union?
No. Not over here, no, I don't think so. So
I think it might be a chance for British telly to thrive. But also it could kill this podcast.
Well, something had to at some point, so...
Yeah. I mean, to be fair,
when we get to 10
it's not
years.
like we do. It's not like the stuff we're doing is super up to date. So,
Oh, fuck me, we've got an episode coming up. We're doing the fucking Sopranos.
yeah. I think this shit we did. I'm trying to think of the closest we ever got to a show being released. It might have been Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we had to keep bumping that because we didn't actually know when it was coming out when it went on the spreadsheet.
That's right. Yeah, that is very true. I think maybe like Midnight Mass was pretty close as well. But that might have just been my insistence of like, oh my god, we fucking have to do this show now. Saying that, it was a whole year afterwards.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, maybe not then. Where did Marianne...
Kenobi? Was Kenobi close?
No, because I was on my honeymoon when we were watching that.
Yeah, but you did do your honeymoon like 2 years late, so...
That doesn't help. That doesn't mean that you can take 2 years off of it.
Yeah. House of the Dragon? That came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah. There you go. Was it this year? Oh my god.
It wasn't.
House of the Dragon?
Traitors
No,
almost-
2022. There you go.
The Traitors was 3 months after the finale aired.
That you can't describe us as a finger on the pulse podcast, can you?
No, but like 3 months is pretty good.
I'll tell you what, Last of Us. That must have been this year.
Yeah.
Because I bought my dad 2023. Yeah, because it was like early
Okay,
this year.
when did it come out? In
15th of January.
We watched it. Well, the episode went out in April. We might have recorded it earlier.
3 months.
But 3 months is about the best we're going to do.
Wow. That's disgraceful, really.
Maybe we should stop planning them, like planning a whole series a year in advance.
You could argue that if we were talking about more relevant shows, that might do better for our SEO, but, we don't give a shit.
Yeah, but also, we wouldn't have found Gilmore Girls. So, well, you wouldn't have found Gilmore Girls. I had already found Gilmore Girls.
Well, there you go. This is exactly it. Okay, so yes, I think we're pretty much agreed on We Are Lady Parts being fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Let's go on to Betty, which is an odd show. It's an odd little show, isn't it?
Yeah. I thought there'd be more skateboarding.
Yeah, there was not a huge amount, but...
There was some skateboarding. Like, if I'm honest, this went on pretty much because I thought it was going to be a skateboarding show.
Well, fair enough. I think they lean on that for the marketing, don't they? Because I suppose they have to get people in. But then when you're watching it, you realise it's more just a sort of portrait of, like, particularly the pilot, it's just a day in the life.
Yeah,
pretty much,
which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I was surprised with actually how much I liked about this. Because basically, I don't think you watch this for the... This is one of those shows you don't watch it to find out what happens next. You're watching it because you like spending time with those characters, because nothing really happens, nothing hugely dramatic. We've done shows where,
Are you saying The Adventure for the Backpack wasn't
well, okay, so maybe like it's
edge
just
of your seat stuff when they were just watching it on Find My Phone?
But like what I mean by that is like it's very, very small scale stuff. Like you say, they're at a skate park. one of them realizes, oh shit, I haven't got my backpack anymore, and then they start tracking it using the Find My Phone app.
Yeah.
That's
also,
a
I don't
very-
understand rain in New York. It seems to happen almost exactly when it needs to
Yeah.
move the story forwards. It's really bizarre.
That wasn't my experience of it when I've been to New York, but
Well, you're not the main character.
I wonder who was the main character when I was in New York. Probably Spider-Man. But yeah, it's what I mean is it's a very, very low stakes adventure that goes on, but it's the kind of ones that reminded me of like adventures that we had when we were kids, like when like not big stuff was happening, but at the same time it was like that was the biggest thing that was going to happen to us that week was whatever happened at the park with the group of kids who all lived and played around the park or whatever. So I really, really enjoyed. I think I made it pretty obvious on this before that like anything that's to do with like slightly nostalgic adventures always gets me. So I really, really liked just the everyday sort of nothingness, but also massive adventures that they went on.
Yeah, and I while initially it did go on as after I finished it went on as a skating show, and I was like kind of glad there wasn't as much skating as I thought, because it would have been, because I think you could have a show where it's like, look, succeeding in sport, and that would have been fine, but I think success is all about the friends you make along the way.
Oh, fuck off. Maybe the real Co-Pilots podcast was their friends we made along the way.
Yeah, we need guests for that. Because we are firmly colleagues.
Do you know what this really, like, in sort of a tonal way, really reminded me of was Spike Lee. So this really like had the same sort of feel as Do the Right Thing. You know how in Do the Right Thing,
like,
nothing
there are just
really
characters.
Yeah, Do the Right Thing is a story about just a community of people on the hottest day. Obviously, that then does go into a dramatic and political denouement, like towards the end with Radio Raheem getting shot. But
yeah, but you can't do that in 30 minutes.
you probably could. That's a sad thing. But leading up to that, like it had that real Spike Lee film to it.
Yeah, I think I really enjoyed
this.
just the opening where she's just skating up like through New York.
Yeah,
And like New York's a fantastic backdrop for anything.
You know what it is a fantastic backdrop for?
Walking around in New York.
Well, I was going to say that, but also a photo frame in our lounge now. We now have some New York pictures up on our walls.
Oh, very nice. It's about time you had some pictures, not just frames.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I don't know if like I want to watch more of this, but I really enjoyed the time I spent with this cast of characters. Didn't necessarily like how quickly they all jumped into that guy's van. I was like, oh, I don't know about this one, girls.
I was under the impression that they already knew him. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't just the guy with the van. Like, we didn't know him, and they didn't introduce us, which is something that we've always said that we like about a show. When it just goes, you'll
Plonk
figure
you
it
in
out.
there. Yeah. I mean, the other one that made me feel slightly uncomfortable was at the very end when I can't remember which characters, but one of them goes into the. Was it that it's a key party they're going? So to get into this party, you have to have a key.
Yeah.
Or is it a skating?
I think
place,
it's a
or-
skating competition, maybe,
Right.
or something. It wasn't very well explained, but it seemed important. And so, yeah, I think, it's a bit weird that she was happy enough to go in alone. But, I mean, to be fair, it seemed like she was more friendly with, like, the male skaters than the rest of the girls were. Because they, like, the whole way they meet is they tried to promote this, like, female-only skate group to go and, like, meet up, and I guess one person showed up, and the two girls who organised it, and Camille's already there. So, and then it's Camille's backpack that gets stolen, and then go on the edge. And so what I really like is it towards the end when they get the backpack back. Spoilers, I know. The guy who started is just like, who's fuck all in it anyway? And it's like, there's like a wallet and a phone.
That's enough.
Like if I'm picking up backpacks that aren't mine off the street, that's sort of what I'm hoping for, I imagine. But no, I quite liked also that they, because I was sort of sat one, I was like, I don't really understand how they get the groups back together without just being like team backpacks returning with a backpack to the van. But then when they find like oh shit, I've got a video of who like stole the backpack, and they just go to some random fucking park and they're like, it's there. And it's like, oh, that's lucky. But
that bit did make me laugh when like the guy starts shouting at him in Spanish, and then one of them comes up and goes, "Well, I speak Spanish, so I know you're bullshit."
Yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. I think I'm going to watch some more of it, I reckon.
Do you know what? I feel like it would be good, like Sunday morning sort of telly. Just like, they're sort of wandering about aimlessly. There's not really an overarching narrative. You're just hanging out with them. I feel like it would be really good for that sort of thing. Just a very slow Sunday morning start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to watch more of both of these, I reckon.
We Are Lady Parts, I'm 100% going to watch. Betty, I'm not sure on. Like, I like it, but I don't know if I like it enough to...
How about this? I'll watch the rest of it and tell you if it's worth it.
There you go. I think that's the system we regularly employ, so I'm happy to continue.
Yep, that's why
working.
I've watched 90-something shows and you've watched some.
Yeah, that's true, but I have also watched Midnight Mass, which I declared to be the best thing I've ever seen. So, until you
I'm
get
actually
that
surprised
from a pilot...
I'm actually surprised that we got past Midnight Mass and you didn't just go, well, my job is done. I have found television's perfect pilot.
I'm going to imagine if I did that. I'd just go, that's me done it. Hey, it's literally a whole 1 month from today that Mike Flanagan's new show arrives on Netflix. And I, for one, am very, very excited to see how that
God,
turns
I look
out.
forward to talking about it in about 6 years.
Oh, fuck it. Let's just put it in. Let's put it in for the 17th of October because it comes out on the 12th. Let's do it. Put me in, coach.
But we've already recorded that episode.
Yeah, I know. But I'm looking... in that case, do you know what? I really, really... Let's delete as appropriate in the edit. I can't believe that he's done it again. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. Oh, fuck. That was a bunch of shite, wasn't it? Definitely wasn't as good as Midnight Mass. There we go. We'll cut.
I can't believe the nook at the end. Very Oppenheimer-esque.
I can't believe the Raven's in it. Although it looks like the Raven is like the serial killer that's stalking the family, so that looks interesting. I can't wait to see Rahul Kohli and Luke Skywalker on the same screen. That's going to be very, very good.
Is he going to be de-aged?
No, don't think so. Oh, that was. I won't say what I was going to say actually, in case it was spoilers for you for a certain Star Wars show.
You think you can spoil stuff for me?
Yeah, probably not. But anyway. We've got our second UK versus US next week.
Yes.
I say next week. I do this all the time. I say next week, but these release fortnightly. So what I should say is, in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. Do you know what? You've been saying that for 8 years and I've never corrected you.
Yeah.
No, I think I tried once and then just gave up.
But, we record these weekly. They're released every 2 weeks, and that's how we stay on top of shit. So that's why we are now anticipating the release tomorrow of 911 and Third Watch. Yeah, we got Ghosts versus Ghosts.
Yes.
I am intrigued to see how the US Ghost stacks up against the UK Ghost because I love the original Ghost.
Yeah, and I mean, UK Ghosts really relies on a lot of British history, and Americans traditionally don't have much.
Or when they come across it, they deny it.
But yeah, no, I'm interested to see that because I've watched the UK Ghost pilot, and I think I stopped watching it thinking I'd watched it for the podcast. So now I don't know if it would count in my top 5.
I 100% have done that before. Like, we have 100%. There have been shows where I've been like, we've definitely done this for the podcast. And we've been like, you haven't. Sopranos is one of them. I was convinced we'd done The Sopranos already. So
Yeah, I think I was also convinced, so was never adding it, and then realised and went, oh, we should probably do that. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to... Oh, shit, when I've just realised when this episode comes out, I'll be 33. Fuck you.
Oh my god, yeah. No, you won't. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. You would have been for Yellowstone and Mayor of Kingstown as well. You old bastard. Tell you what though, 33. If you
Palindrome.
get past it, you've beaten Jesus. So I think that's what we can all hope for.
Yeah, no, I reckon. Yeah, no, I'll beat Jesus. Easy.
To a bloody pulp.